Hey everybody, I have a project for you while I am not here today. Hope that you have a lot of fun. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to create a cityscape collage, and that means a scene of a city, a picture of a city. And when I say collage, I mean we're gonna cut out pieces of scrap paper, all different colors, okay? And we're gonna cut those into shapes that remind us of cities, or city buildings, or streets, or cars, as detailed as you like. And after I cut out all of my shapes from the scrap bin, by the way, the scrap bin, it's over by the sink as usual. So you're gonna take some pieces of paper, colors that you like. These were the colors that I liked. And you're gonna cut them into shapes, which I already did most of my shapes here, but say you pick this nice pink piece. I think I'm gonna cut it into a nice tall building shape with a pointy roof. Okay, now you could use a pencil and draw your shapes on the paper first, or you can just go for it and cut, right? I could even make a window in this, right, by folding it. Remember this trick when you fold something? I think we did it with our hearts. And cut out a little window shape in here. And when I unfold it, I have a little window. There we go, which will show through in my background. All right, so just so you know, I already picked out some of these shapes. Now the only other two things you need for this is a glue stick, which you know where they are. They're in the red bucket that says glue stick. You got the scissors, you know where they are. They're over in the side of the room by the glue sticks. All right, and scrap paper, which we already talked about. The other thing, when I'm all done gluing, I'm gonna use these construction paper crayons to add detail. Now, I don't use regular crayons or markers because these are specially made so that they show up very well on construction paper, and that's what the colored scrap paper is. All right, so I'm gonna put these next to the scrap paper box. You guys can come up and take them as needed. Just make sure you put them back neatly at the end of class, okay? And same with your scraps. There is a broom, by the way, over by my computer area, and maybe I could have a class custodian, one or two people, help sweep up all the scraps after, all right, each class. That way it doesn't get too crazy on the ground. All right, so just so you see, I actually cut out some pieces for the bottom part. How did I want to do this? Like this. All right, I actually wanted that to be in the middle. And you can overlap your shape, so kind of plan it out first before you start gluing, if you want to overlap some shapes. All right, let's see here. Oh, actually this shape, I want it to be part of my land. All right, so I kind of have some hills and some land. Maybe you have a gray or a black street with yellow taxi cabs. Could be anything you like, okay? Now, I'm gonna start to glue. I'm gonna glue the things in the back first. That's the background, right? So my green thing is the far enough. You can put the glue on here. I like to put it on the big piece of paper. It's a little easier for me. All right, so I'm gonna put that down. Now my other land shapes are gonna overlap right over that. So I'm gonna put the glue on there. You could also put it on here, no problem. All right, and my last piece of land that I'm gonna overlap at the bottom here is gonna be like this. Now, honestly, you can seriously cut any shapes you like. It doesn't have to be like mine. It could be all just like two colors. That could be kind of neat, right? It could be a city in the morning or at night. All right, but focus on cutting out some really cool building shapes. Think of yourself as an architect. An architect is someone who designs buildings. So when you're cutting, think about how you're gonna design your building. Oops, see, if you get a gob on the table, you guys know, use the towels to clean that up later. Don't worry about it now though. All right. So let's see, I'm gonna put this purple building starting over here. And look, the blue background shows through where I cut my window. All right, and I'm gonna actually put the glue on this so I don't get glue all over my paper now that I got the background down. Put that on there. Now I'm gonna put this tall black building I cut out. You see the shapes? It's like rectangle and another rectangle. All right, put that on here. I might tuck this one behind actually, and there's space for me to do that because I didn't glue it all the way to the edge. Because that way it looks like the land is in front of my building, and these are actually in the foreground, which means the foreground is closest to you. Okay, you're standing right there. Oh, look at this shape I cut out. That's pretty cool. But I don't know if I want to put it right next to the other black one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it all the way to the edge, this one. And this one I'm going to put over my land. So it looks like it's closer to me. Look at this shape. This one I'm going to see if I can tuck it behind my land. So it looks like it's farther away. Check that out. Here we go. Now I'm wondering what I should put in my sky. Not sure. I could have put some other buildings in the background here. I think I'm gonna do that. See how this piece is too big? That's okay. Look, I'm just gonna trim it right when I'm gluing. This is kind of a quick project. It's just take one day. So work as quick as you can. All right. Ooh, I love this orange color. So I want to put something over here. So my eye goes to both of those orange colors. And I put my blue like this and my black far away from each other. That way my eye bounces all over the page when I'm looking at my picture. Look, pink, pink. Now let's see, I'll tuck this right behind so it's like behind my blue building. I think I need a little glue under here, right? Just lift it up and glue it. All right, excellent. All right, so now that I have my basic city done, I'm gonna use some of these construction paper crayons, which I love. They're so nice. So let's see. I'm trying to think of like, I think I maybe want some yellow stars in the background first. I don't know. Oh, that little piece is bugging me. I'm gonna trim it off. Boop. Now these crayons, they're really cool. They sit right on top of the paper. So I might just make a couple of stars happening. I might leave some maroon. Maybe I'll make a moon there. All right, now you could do anything you want. Yours could be daytime, there could be clouds. There's actually some white construction crayons, which is pretty neat. Okay, there's my stars. You might do a space city, and your background could be black, and you could have spaceships, and you could see Earth in the background, right? If you weren't actually on Earth. All right. You could do a desert city, and your background could be like an orange, like real bright sun, and some beige sands, and some little desert buildings. Doesn't have to be like a New York City. All right, I'm gonna leave some space here for something later. I don't know what yet. So I'm gonna take my white crayon now. I'm gonna put it back in the right slot too. I'm gonna draw some windows. All right. Now your windows could be any shapes. They could literally just be stripes like this. If it's a little more abstract, maybe I have some stripes going this way. All right, and maybe I have one long window that goes across and there's like some big doors. All right, feel free to draw as much or as little as you want. These crayons are for details. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna get a different crayon color, maybe a brown for this one. This building kind of reminds me of a church. So I'm gonna make some arched windows on this one. And maybe I'll color in a little bit of red detail on this. All right. Okay, that's the roof of my building. So I'm gonna go on just to put in a couple more details. Now, the big deal is don't forget to put your name on this thing. So when I come back next week, I can see the amazing art that you did. So do that with a pencil on the back, or you can do it with a crayon. Miss Cascino. All right, and then make sure that you finish it up, it's all dry. Actually, I'm gonna add one last thing. I think I'll put in a blue moon and some windows on this building. All right, so I can't wait to see pictures of your city, collages of your city. When I get back next week, I will show you. Today I'm on a field trip with the high school kids. So I will see you soon, and make sure you clean up your space when you're done. All right, bye.